Who's scruffy looking?
What is up, my fellow nerds and gangsters? Welcome back to the Spiffy Nerd Herder channel. And guys, I feel like we haven't seen each other in a while, and for that, my sincerest apologies.
Sorry.
But we got some good stuff cooking, which has been keeping me away, but I'm gonna let you be a little curious about what exactly it is.
This is a dream come true.
Now, I saw Robert Rodriguez's Alita Battle Angel yesterday, and so today I want to talk about it.
Let's talk business.
And before we start off, I have to say that prior to going into the film, I knew nothing about Alita. I had never read the comics, and so there were times in the movie that I was a little confused, but by the end, it all made sense. So if you find yourself like me while watching the movie, hang in there. It'll all be fine in the end, I promise.
Liar!
It's hard to do a complete world building like this, but my boy James Cameron is kind of the master at it. You may have heard of one or two of the films that he's written and directed. Terminator, Aliens, The Abyss, Terminator 2, True Lies, Titanic, and some movie called Avatar that had people with noses like this. Now, Alita has a very simple story structure. It's very much a hero's journey with a little bit of vestiges to save the cat, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You want to know what else has hero's journey? A few films called Star Wars, The Matrix, Harry Potter, and basically every other good film.
I get it.
So being formulaic isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's all about the casing that you wrap that formula in. For instance, Avatar, the story is something that we've seen quite a few times. Dances with Wolves, Fern Gully, but Avatar blew a lot of people's minds because James Cameron is so good at putting it in a new situation that we hadn't seen before, and therefore made it one of the most successful films of all time.
Where's all the money from the armored car job?
Alita is similar in that it is visually stunning. It may not have the greatest story ever, but it is super entertaining, left me wanting more, and I will see the sequel. Maybe even one day I'll get to direct one, James?
Oh, I don't think so.
The visual effects were awesome, with Alita being the chief cornerstone and completely CGI. I feel she looked even better than my man Tarkin. Did she look completely real? No. Yet Alita was absolutely a huge leap forward in human CGI realism. There were times when her face was a little too stiff, and the shadows on her face were a little too clean in comparison to her human counterparts in the scene. But she still looked great. CGI humans are by far the hardest thing to do in visual effects because of our familiarity with how a human should look and how a human should move. If it's not perfect, then it looks off and our brain knows it. I work on a lot of animated films, and animating a human is an extremely difficult effect to achieve. This is why movies like Polar Express, where they try to do something photoreal, look odd, because our brain knows something is off and is trying to warn us of it. But movies like The Incredibles look incredible, since they aren't trying to make their characters look photoreal. Now Alita, she's got some big old eyes in the comic, and she does in the movie too. Robert Rodriguez and James Cameron were smart with this, where they consistently pushed the eyes to get bigger and bigger, since they knew that if the eyes were only slightly bigger than normal, the viewer's brain would have been trying to reconcile the difference the whole film, and it would have felt off as a result.
Oh, that, yeah, yes.
But by making them obviously huge, the brain accepts that difference and doesn't try to spend the entire film trying to determine if the eyes were meant to be that big or not.
You get the big guy.
This is one of the many reasons that she looked and felt so visually stunning as a character.
Beautiful, look at that.
Now, besides the visual effects in the story, Robert Rodriguez did a great job overall directing coherent action that was fun and entertaining, with some fabulous performances as well. My main metric for judging a movie is, will I watch it again?
More than one.
And Alita, they get the gold star for this one, because yeah, I will watch it again.
Say again.
So go check it out and let me know what you think. Particularly, how did Alita look to you? Were you fooled by the CGI trickery? I know when my wife and I saw Rogue One, she had no idea that Tarkin was CGI.
You don't tell anybody that, I told you.
But maybe more importantly, do you like these human CGI characters?
I do.
Some people think it's destroying filmmaking,
I don't know.
while others think that it's a critical leap forward in storytelling.
I do.
Others have raised concerns about bringing actors back from the dead to portray characters like they did with Tarkin, or using an actor's likeness without their permission.
It's like you gotta ask permission.
Something like this happened in Back to the Future 2 when Crispin Glover, who played Marty's dad, didn't want to return for the sequel. And so they used a look-alike actor and enhanced his look with makeup to make him look like Crispin Glover. Will filmmakers start doing something similar with CGI characters?
Totally different story.
Doing a character that looks like another actor, even though that actor isn't playing the character. But maybe more importantly, should they do this?
I don't know.
Let me know what you think.
As you wish, sir.
Now, thanks so much for watching today, guys. I know you have plenty of options of things to watch. Thanks so much for being a viewer of this channel. And until next time, just stay spiffy and don't do anything I wouldn't do twice.